That didn't make any sense. Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey and we're about to get very, very nerdy with how I rate books. So I've been on here for a while and I thought that I would go in and talk kind of about how I interpret the 5-star rating and how I basically rate books on Goodreads. Everybody kind of has their own way of rating things and I thought it might be interesting to see how mine differs from other people's. Let's just get right into how I rate books and a few examples of those books. I am going to start on the lower end and go to the higher end, so start with the 1-star rating and then go on up to the 5-star rating. I am a generous rater. I've noticed that I tend to rate books higher than most people, and that goes into kind of the half rating. You know, if it's, for example, 3.5 stars, I'm probably going to put it as 4 on Goodreads because it's not 3 and I feel like it deserves more than just a 3-star rating because it is a 3.5 rating. So I do round up that way, but also I just like books. I don't read a lot of books that I hate. I don't have a lot of 1-star ratings. With that said, the books that have earned a 1-star are just literally cannot stand them. They are books that I wish I had the time back from reading it. And I don't have a lot of those books. So honestly, it was really, really hard for me to find even a book that fit this category, but after thinking a while, I discovered The Catcher in the Rye. I'm pretty sure that's the one that would deserve a 1-star read. And that's probably more of a personal taste. I know people who read this book either love it or hate it. There's kind of not really an in-between. But for me, wasn't a fan. I read it in school. I can't really tell you. I don't remember what grade I read it in. I was in high school, I'm pretty sure. But I remember reading it and I just hated it. I didn't understand what was happening half the time, and looking back on it, I realized it's because it takes place in a day and it's about character growth, not about action, and I read a lot more for the plot than I do for character growth. Not that I don't dislike character growth. I like it when I go into a novel knowing that that is there. I don't think I understood that's what The Catcher in the Rye was about when I read it, so that's a book that I would like to give a second chance at some point in the future, but didn't like it at all. I just remember disliking it. That's probably the only book that I can honestly think of right now that deserves a 1-star rating. I have absolutely 0 books that deserve a 1-star rating. Most of the books that I own are at least a 3-star rating, so it was really hard for me to even find a 1-star or 2-star book. So that's why the first one I don't even have a physical copy of it. So for a 2-star book, these are books that are not great. I don't think very highly of them. However, they do have some redeeming parts, but overall, the bad outweighs the good in these books when I'm reading. The only book that I could think of is one that I actually have read this year, and when I reviewed it, I gave it 3 stars, but on further thinking, I have dropped it down to 2, and that is The Witch's Daughter by Paula Braxton. This one did have some very redeeming qualities. I liked the way it was written. Not the way it was written, I liked the way it was laid out. Let's say that. I did like our main character, but there's just a lot that I didn't like about this book. So in this case, the bad parts of the book outweighed the good parts of the book, and that's why this one got dropped from a 3 to a 2. That's honestly, I was looking on my shelves. I'm pretty sure this is the only book that actually fits the 2-star rating of the books that are on my shelf that I've read, because there are quite a handful of books on my shelves that I have not read. But this is the only 2-star that I can think of right now. I know there are more. So the 3-star is one that kind of has a broad category for me. These are what I consider my meh reads. They are ones that I have no particularly strong feelings about. I don't love them, I don't hate them. However, there are books that are on the higher side of 3 stars and some that are just right in the middle. There's not really a low side to 3 stars, but there is a high side to 3 stars, if that makes sense. So I've got 2 examples for this, and the first one is The Book Thief by Marcus Cusack. This one I read last month, and this one I got like a meh feeling. Maybe because I knew kind of the story going into it. Maybe it's because the time period wasn't like one that I enjoy reading about a lot. I don't really know what it was. However, the ending I did have some strong feelings when I got to the end. I was at work and I'm so glad that, you know, for 3 hours a day there's no one there but me, because I'm pretty sure I cried when I was listening to the audiobook of this. I got some feels. So that's why this is on the higher side of 3 stars, because I did have a meh overall feeling, but the ending did bring out some feelings in me, so this I would consider a high 3. The next one might be because I haven't read it in a while, but that is The Horse and Its Boy by C.S. Lewis. This is the 3rd in the Chronicles of Narnia series. I've only read up to this one, and I think That's the problem. I have them all. They're all literally right here. And I love The Magician's Nephew. I can't speak today. I do enjoy the Chronicles of Narnia, but that's the one that, you know, everyone really kind of knows. If they know a story from the series, it's probably that one. But this one, I just had meh feelings. Like, I didn't have anything strong. It was like, why are we doing these things? Okay, now we're at a desert. Okay, now we're riding a horse. Cool. And like, I didn't get any strong feelings. And I don't know if it was because the story wasn't interesting to me, because it's a different character than the first two, but this one I didn't have really any strong feelings, and that stopped my kind of reading of the series. But this is definitely one that I had just like neutral feelings. Meh feelings. I really don't know how to describe it besides just meh feelings. The next one is the 4-star ratings, and these are books that I very much enjoyed. However, I would not call them favorites. Now, there are parts of these books that I probably had problems with, and that's why they didn't get the whole 5-star ratings, but these are ones that became very, very close to 5-star, but just didn't quite make it. I have 2 for you today, and the first one is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I don't remember why I gave this 4 stars. I remember really, really liking it. I remember now. It's because the beginning was kind of slow for me. Now, I was really hooked from the beginning, however... Ignore the cat. I'm looking at you. Come say hello. Say, everybody, I'm so sorry for being annoying. Would you look right at the screen? I'm so proud of you. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. Calm down. I'm gonna put you down. Like I was saying before the cat interrupted me from talking. This was really slow at the beginning as far as action goes. It was very good for character development, and there was definitely some things in the beginning that I was like, oh, yes, I like. But this one didn't receive the 5-star rating. However, I did very much enjoy this book. That does not mean that I didn't like it. It just means that I didn't love it as much as I could have. The other book that I'm going to show you that falls under the 4-star category is Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and... Whoa! She almost just dropped it. Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. And that's just a personal reason, I think. It's really hard to talk about because I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you haven't read it. There is about halfway through in this book when like this tragic event happens, and it basically like sets off the second half of the book for the AI, and you wouldn't get the same experience if you listen to it as you do reading, and it's just like it like broke me, and so I had to set this book down for a couple days and not pick it up because of what happened. And I don't know why. Like, these are all fictional characters, I don't understand, but that was just like, it broke my spirit, I guess. So I'm prepared for that now for the second two. But when I was reading this, I just needed to collect my feelings. Like, I don't really know what happened and why I needed that, but I just needed a moment to think, I guess, and just let, you know, what happened sink in and move on. And I don't know why that part affected me so much, but it did, and so I needed a break from it. And I think because I had to take that break, I gave it 4 stars, even though it's a very strong feeling and probably should give me 5. I don't know. But that is why this book got 4. And of course, last are my 5-star reads, and these are books that I just love with every ounce of my being. I probably couldn't find anything wrong with them. If someone pointed out plot holes to me, I would probably break inside, but be like, all right, your opinion is yours, but that hurts because they're my babies. Anyway, these are books that I love so, so much. Things like the Harry Potter series, you know, falls under this bracket. Things like the Jane Austen novels fall under this bracket. So I tried to pick some that I'm not really, really biased about, like Harry Potter and Jane Austen. So, Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. This one was definitely in my favorites video. This book was great. There's a twist at the end that I just loved. It's very well thought out. It's very well written. It's just, I just enjoyed this so much. And so that's why this one had to be a 5-star read for me. So those are just a few of the examples of the books that I gave ratings to and what my rating system means, so that in the future when I say it was a insert star rating here, you'll kind of know more of what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of the rating system. Do you guys rate differently than I do? How are you on giving negative reviews? Because it is so hard to give anything lower stars. I feel so bad. I feel guilty. It's really just rough. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on the whole 1-2-star issue that I'm having. I do have a little bit of announcement though. I just started a Twitter for this booktube channel, and I will put the little username thing here. What's it called? Handle. I'm really good at Twitter, you guys. I'll put the handle on the screen and link it down below if you would like to follow me and check it out. I don't really do Twitter, so this will be a fun adventure, and we'll see what happens. Come see the things that I think of at 3 a.m. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not already, and join our awesome little growing family over here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a few days. Bye!